Greetings, dear viewers. Here I am again to bring you another story that I hope will both encourage you and motivate you to be a better person. This story is entitled The Invasion. So, a while ago, there was a young man. And this man jogged, hiked, walked, and drove across the little town. During one of his journeys through the narrow streets of this small town, his eyes casually gazed upon a tree that towered beyond his height. He paused for a moment and made his way closer to this peculiar tree. With his attention drawn, he pulled one of the branches forward, and he moved his sight from the left to the right, from the top to the bottom. And whilst gaining insight, he noticed several patches of both lush and dense leaves. At that moment, he looked again and was stunned. He just realized that some of those patches were just different parasitic plants that were anchored onto the layered branches of the staggered tree. Those parasites sowed its seed onto a succeeding layer of branches, where each parasite invaded and colonized. The parasite's sowing ensured its continual legacy throughout the tree's lifespan. The fruit of the tree appeared somewhat abnormal and unlike any other fruit the man had ever seen before. As the man peered through the branches, he also noticed some other parasitic plants. Those plants were loosely attached to a nearby building, just waiting to invade the growing tree. The young man was heartbroken. Consequently, he tried to help the tree. So, what are the lessons to be learned from the story? The story provides more than one revelation, but I will zoom in onto just one. The tree represents a person, while the attached parasite represents the oppression, the anger, the hurt, abuse, trauma, self-harm, bad habits, sins, and unforgiveness that lingers or had attached itself to the person's life. The hurt and pain of the past can influence every season of your life unless tackled. The parasite drew its energy and life from the tree, its host. The tree did not bear the best fruit. Instead, the fruit resembled aspects of its past. Nearby parasites were awaiting to join the tree when the branches reached its way or when conditions were just ideal. As people, we need to deal with our hurt, pain, trauma, and unforgiveness that comes from our past and present. We can deal with it. We must stop feeding it. We also need to stop surrounding ourselves with that same pain and eliminate its hold from our lives by seeking God. We cannot overcome this without God. Remember, nothing is impossible with God. To be frank, things only become impossible because of one's own mindset and stubbornness. Add to this, one can allow the effects of betrayal and hurt to have its hold, whilst negatively affecting the future. Or today, you can decide to move forward and let go of those anchored parasites by praying and starving it. Those parasitic plants rob the tree of its blessing and potential. It flourished at the expense of the growing tree. Former leaves were robbed of its potential, and the evidence began to show in the latter. Set yourself free and put on the full armor that God has given you. You can overcome this, not on your own, but through the help of God. He is our comforter. He is our strength. Trust in Him. Believe in Him. Pray. And you will overcome this. You have a beautiful future ahead, full of potential, a blessed future. And God just waiting to release those blessings upon you. Those parasites are hindering you. Move forward and seek God. I pray, dear viewers, that this story has really blessed your heart. Until next time, God bless and stay well.